What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the second channel, to another episode of Sit Down with Senestin. Really trying to process if that's really a good name. For those of you that are new here and you're still trying to catch up, this is my second channel. It's just kind of what I use to post all random things, really. Sometimes I just feel like sharing opinions on certain topics that come up, and this is the place for me to do it. If you are more interested in my main content and you want to see what I do over there when it comes to design content and everything that has to do with the world of design, you can subscribe to my main channel. I have that link down in the description. It's hot as balls out here. We're gonna see how long it takes before I start getting sweaty. Anyway, today I wanted to touch on the topic of overabundance and gratitude here in the US. And I wanted to start off by sharing an anecdote. Not too long ago, there is a suburb around here, a suburb of Chicago. I am from the Chicagoland area, that just opened a brand new grocery store. And I was looking for a specific fruit, and so I decided to go over there to see if I could find it. Lo and behold, I walk into this grocery store, and I was taken aback at how much there was. Aisles and aisles of food. They had a juice bar, a produce section that was so damn stocked, it was insane. It looked more like it was a warehouse where all the fruit was supposed to be going out from to the stores. They had maybe 11, 12 different types of apples, 3, 4 different types of grapes. It was just crazy, and they were lined and stocked and looking all pristine and perfect. Now, I live in the Chicagoland suburbs right now, but I grew up on the south side of Chicago. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I grew up in the hood or like I grew up in dirt poor conditions. I grew up comfortable enough. We weren't rich, we weren't poor. The grocery stores around us, they had food. That was all that was important. That was all that mattered. But I grew up in conditions that were enough for me to learn to be grateful for what I had. So walking into this grocery store, not only did it remind me of my own upbringing, but it reminded me of an anecdote that I had read online once about this girl who was talking about how her parents immigrated from Soviet Russia. And when her mother first walked in to an American grocery store, she broke down crying about how much there was to choose from. The fact that it was stocked and she could, as long as she had the money, buy to her pleasure. And I think that that's something that hit me like a ton of bricks when I walked into that grocery store, because it was clean, modern, air conditioned, and stocked to the brim with food. And it really hit me because it kind of reminds you that we really do have a lot in this country. A lot of stuff that in other places it's lacking. And there's some cities or suburbs or towns in the country that are doing better than others. Southside Chicago, there are a lot of food desert neighborhoods where the nearest grocery store is quite a drive away. So walking into this grocery store just to see how much choice there was really made me hope that the people in this suburb are aware of how blessed they are grateful for the fact that they have such close proximity to such a grocery store. And note, it's not the only grocery store in the area. There's another one literally probably 5 minutes down the road from it. But the reality is there's a good chunk of Americans that probably take it for granted. They just see it as normal, and it is normal to an extent, at least for them in their lives. It is normal. So I can understand why you don't go every waking moment of your day, being like, I'm grateful for this. Sometimes you're just going through your day, living life. But I think it is important to at least sometimes just sit back and remember to be grateful, because we really do have quite an overabundance of resources, food, and right now, sure, the economy's kind of it's in a state, that's for sure. And things are getting harder to purchase, but overall, we still have it at least a decent bit easier than in other places. It's important to not take what you have for granted, and to always keep in the back of your mind that, hey, I have access to all this food and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful to be living in the situation that I am. But yeah, this one's pretty short. There isn't much to say. I just really thought that it was important to point out to always be grateful when you're in a position where you have overabundance of resources at your fingertips. And of course, alongside that, when you have access to that, take advantage of it. Don't let it just slip by. When an opportunity is presented to you, no matter what the opportunity is, grab onto it and jump full force at it. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the little message. And if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, follow me on all my socials, follow me on the main channel. And I hope that wherever you guys are, whenever you guys are watching today's video, you have a great, wonderful day. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.